Antonio, Texas, as we bring you an interconference rivalry here at AT&T Center. Welcome to a 2K sports broadcast of the NBA on a Monday afternoon. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brett Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. Off the tip, it's Toronto. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So the Raptors 5 right now. DeRozan and Carroll are out on the wings. Ibaka is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Lowry in at the point.
Even though Parker is slowing down a bit because of his age, the Spurs are looking more and more to sort of hide him on defense, cross-match him with guys. There's no doubt, though, that experience and veteran savvy is still something they'll lean on the offensive end.
Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Outside for Lowry. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Lowry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Left side, Leonard. Parker, right side. Dedmon kicks to Leonard. Feeds it to Aldridge. It's stolen by Ibaka. Lowry passes to Valanciunas. Raptors moving the ball around. And stolen by Aldridge. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Exactly what can happen when you're careless with the basketball. Suddenly, it's going the other way.
And as Parker loses a little of that blinding speed, we see a few less layups, a few more of his trademark floaters.
And even, Kevin, some extended range there from the three-point line. He's made that shot a bigger part of his arsenal. They seek him out in the corners, much like Jason Kidd did in Dallas in the later part of his career.
Here's Parker after the Raptors pick up 2. Leonard dishes to Aldridge. The pass to Green. Clock at 6. Back to Aldridge. Here's Dedmon. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Nice unselfish dish there, right where his teammate could do something with it.
The Spurs have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Parker against Lowry. Parker kicks to Aldridge. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And oh, here we go. DeRozan, nobody back.
Whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. On defense, Toronto. Pass to Dedmon. Parker kicks to Leonard. There's the feed to Dedmon. Dishes it to Green. And a miss there on the triple.
Shocking he blew that opportunity, guys. 9 times out of 10, that is an easy make.
And you look back, the Spurs, one of the very first teams to really scout the globe and bring in international players.
Well, it's also interesting, Kevin, that the trend continues. Even last year in the 2016 draft, in the first round, we saw a lot of international players being snatched up as building blocks for their franchises moving forward. But the Spurs always have been successful at finding some hidden gems, and their general manager deserves a lot of credit for it.
San Antonio with the ball. The Raptors getting the bucket. 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Leonard. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. The 3. And Tony Parker gets the 3. Parker's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Raptors have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Carroll kicks to Lowry. Back to Carroll. Ibaka, the pass to DeRozan. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And the Raptors, they've come a long way over the past few years in terms of their competitiveness.
And what I like about the Raptors front office, they're unafraid to reshape the team when things aren't right. 2 years ago, they were much more about offense than defense. Last year, they were an upper echelon defensive team, even if the offense suffered a little bit.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Back to Lee. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Well, he had a jump on it, had a chance to make the play, just could not steal the deal.
Raptors leading by 4. Powell dishes to Nogueira. And the dunk by Nogueira.
Really led his teammate there. Never once did he have to break his stride or momentum.
Lee outside. Kicks it out to Ginobili. Puts up a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
Well, years of experience come into play, not only here, but overseas. Ginobili with perfect rhythm on the catch and shoot.
And Joseph kicks it to Tucker. The dish now to Nogueira. Back to Tucker. Pass to Powell. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Gasol with the steal. Simmons passes to Gasol. And Mills kicks to Ginobili. To the middle. It's deflected. And Lee with the stop.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Mills. That shot, no good. And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. The Raptors out in front. They lead by 1. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And one of the most competitive men ever to play this game, Manu Ginobili, spoke with us about this year.
Just rely on what happened in the past, then.
Well, the fire is still there, but the energy and the ability, guys, to get it done physically, let's face it, at this point, Ginobili's mostly gutting it out.
Still, you know, though, he'll either beat you or go down swinging. Just a tough individual.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And, guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
You know, they're not going to sit back and just take jump shots. It's all about attacking the paint and getting to the rim.
Well, those high percentage shots have keyed their offense tonight, and until the defense packs the lane, no reason to shift their strategy.
So the Raptors 5 right now. Joseph and DeRozan, the guard set. Patrick Patterson is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Nogueira in at the 5, roaming the paint. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kawhi Leonard keeps getting better year after year. The 2014 Finals MVP said, "I'm very confident with where I'm at. Every time I step on the floor now, I know I can be a factor. Offensively, defensively, shooting threes, working my way into the post, setting other guys up. Kevin, he can do it all."
He's grown into that role of franchise player, D.A. Great stuff. Thank you. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Brent, I know you're interested in coaching. You've been approached by several teams in the league. You see some coaches who like to do platoon substitutions, others who prefer to stagger minutes and blend starters with reserves. Put on your coach's hat here for a second. How would you approach that?
Well, I think it has to do with your team. I mean, there's no way to say I'll be a platooning coach no matter who it is that I have, because your first 5 may be good and your second 5 may be like the guys I play open gym with, and you don't want those guys in the game. So I'm always in favor of keeping one of your main stars on the floor as a conduit and the guy who can keep the rhythm of the offense going, help guys out, establish some confidence, and then swapping those guys out. And then obviously in crunch time, you're putting your best 5 on the floor to go at another team. But a lot of coaches have differing views on that. I love the fact that you can platoon guys. I'm not liking the wholesale
5 for 5.
5 for 5 shift change. We won't do that.
Valanciunas, he's checked in for Toronto. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Nice ball movement by San Antonio.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. To the left side wing. Lowry kicks to Carroll. On the wing, DeRozan. Guarded by Green. It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Serge Ibaka.
And offensively, Ibaka's been spending more time out on the perimeter, but watching him work inside there, you realize that may still be his bread and butter.
Poked loose. Oh, Leonard in position.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. And Tony Parker, the 3rd Frenchman ever to play in the NBA, and unquestionably the best.
We've seen a lot of his countrymen follow in his footsteps, and he came over so young. At that time, he was the youngest point guard in the NBA since Magic Johnson was in 1979. And like Magic, he quickly earned some championship hardware.
And the Spurs with some changes. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Gasol. Aldridge comes in for Bertans, and Simmons subbed in for Green. And Toronto also making a switch. Powell's checked in. Aldridge down low. Defended by Ibaka.
The size, the timing of Ibaka, tailor-made for protecting the rim.
Powell kicks to Valanciunas. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Valanciunas has got his 2nd basket. San Antonio's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Passes it to Leonard. In the corner, Simmons with it. Outside Leonard from deep 3-point range. They get the rebound. He dishes it to Dedmon. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
It's his first trip to the line.
And last season, he made good on about 3 out of every 4 free throw attempts. And last time I checked, I think that's 75%.
Mills, he's checked in for Tony Parker. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Toronto. Corey Joseph comes in for Kyle Lowry. Valanciunas.
And Pop now in his 2nd decade as head coach of the Spurs, closing in on the 3rd decade with the team overall. Incredible to see that kind of longevity for a coach with one team.
Nogueira's checked in for Toronto.
And what a huge advantage when your bigs can be on the floor to get fouled and shoot free throws.
And Mills kicks to Dedmon. Back to Mills. Right side, Leonard. He feeds it to Dedmon. The 3 from Mills. Hits it from 3-point range. Mills has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Raptors trail by 4. And you think of Popovich's tenure since he took over the Spurs back in 1996. There have been over 220 head coaching changes in the NBA. That's amazing.
That's just incredible stuff, Kevin. And so many people throughout the Spurs family tree of coaches have been hired not only to be on the bench, but as general managers of teams. So the brain trust of San Antonio and the branches of that franchise, boy, there's touches of it all over the NBA.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Lee's checked in for San Antonio. Ginobili comes in for Kawhi Leonard. The Raptors also with a sub. Patterson, he's checked in for Valanciunas. Here's Tucker after the basket by San Antonio. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Lets it go from deep, and he's good on the 3-ball. Tucker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. San Antonio leading by 3, and Mills kicks to Ginobili. Releases. That's short off the rim.
Ill-advised shot there.
And he knows it. Got locked into scoring mode. Couldn't pull it back.
To the wing right side. 3 seconds left. Tries yet again. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Spurs lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. Some good action during the period, as it was just a one-point game at the end of one. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, first and foremost, you got to take care of the basketball, and that means playing with poise, making good decisions, and not giving away any possession. They did a great job of that in the first half.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
Well, they need to turn the heat up on D. Too often we saw them back on their heels, not dictating the pace. They allowed a shooting percentage in the high 50s. Remind me of my free throw percentage, the high 50s. Come on, guys.
All right, that is going to...
A time-lapse view of the Friendship Torch and all the activity around it as we take you back here to downtown San Antonio. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
Might also look at the coach and his game plan in terms of trying to find those good looks. They'll be looking to do the same here down the stretch.
Leonard and Aldridge, the two stars at the 3 and the 4. Parker and Green, the tried and tested backcourt. And it's Dedmon in at the 5 down low. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. It's DeRozan with the drive. Outside for Lowry. Drills it from outside. Lowry's got 6 points.
Simply taking advantage there of the defense. An easy look from 3.
And last year, Kyle Lowry took another huge leap in his development. The points, the steals, and the rebounds were fantastic, but I thought the bigger part was the fact that the discipline he showed in the offseason to drop to 25 pounds. You factor that in with his shot selection, and that discipline is one reason why he was an all-star and rapidly becoming one of the very elite guards we have in our league.
Here's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Greg Popovich has set the standard with more than 1,500 career victories. Last season, he set the record with his 18th 50-win season, passing Pat Riley and Phil Jackson. Pop told us that I've been here a long time and I've had good players. That's the formula. Getting the players is difficult, but I've been fortunate to have good ones. Guys, he's no glory hound. He knows what makes success.
No, but he can take a lot of the credit regardless. D.A., thanks.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. And talking about the progression of Lowry's game, some feel his improved attitude has had a lot to do with that.
You hit it. He was hard-headed when he came into the league. Didn't always get along with his coaches. Now, though, his maturity, his real confidence, those are areas of growth that have allowed him to just settle in and play his game.
Here is Lowry following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. Parker with the steal. Right side Aldridge. Parker with it. Lowry picks him up. Aldridge dishes to Green. Nobody near Leonard. From outside, off the mark.
Guys, I cannot believe he missed that one. And I bet he can't either.
Carroll kicks to DeRozan. Feeds it to Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And that's how it's done. Find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Especially in a game that is this close, every possession counting. That was just one side wanting it more than the other.
Now here's Leonard. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Outside Lowry. DeRozan in the corner. As the NBA, Brent, becomes more and more of a skill game where versatility is so valuable, you certainly fit that description as a player. Do you like the way the game is going in that regard?
I do like it, Kevin, and I'll return a question to you and ask you if you think that the skills of the players are just more honed than they were maybe 25, 30 years ago because of their availability to these specialized coaches. This was not the way it was for that generation of players.
Excellent point, but have the rules even enhanced it more that players can show more of their skills now?
Yeah, there's no question about it that the league has tended to go towards being able to allow guys freedom of movement, off-ball movement. The flow of the game is much better. The three-point shot, as we've talked about at length, has opened up the floor, and you get to see the grace and athleticism of some of the game's best.
The Raptors making a switch here. Nogueira, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for Serge Ibaka. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for DeMarre Carroll. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. For Toronto, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. They get a hand on it. Nogueira passes to Tucker. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
He really could time those perfectly. What an assist.
Back to Mills. Spurs passing it around. On the wing, Lee shoots the three. Nogueira pulls it in. Raptors have gotten every shot to drop since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. And the dunk by Nogueira.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. To the middle. And finished off by Gasol.
So blessed with excellent court vision, especially for a wing player. Ginobili repeatedly finds the open man.
Kicks to Tucker. Now here's Mills. He's covered by Joseph. Fast break Toronto. Tucker can't get it to go. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
There's the triple. Good on the three-point shot. 5 points in the game.
Such a gifted passer. You have to love the unselfish nature of Manu Ginobili. His commitment to doing anything to help the team win, evident there.
Now here's Tucker. He has 5. DeRozan dishes to Patterson. Out left to the wing. Back to Joseph. 4 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Joseph's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Mills with it. The 17-footer. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. The Raptors out in front, leading by just 2. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Raptors with the lead, setting the floor for the Raptors. P.J. Tucker is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Lowry. Then it's DeMarre Carroll. And it's Powell in at the 2 spot.
Shooting 1. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. That's good from Tucker. San Antonio's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. And Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, and that's what you want from your point guard. Parker distributing the ball wonderfully on that possession.
Now here's Tucker. Powell kicks it to Tucker. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
Well, if he was wearing a badge, it'd be one of courage. He rose up and actually took that shot.
Out to the wing. Outside for Gasol. Outside, Green. Parker, right side. There's the pass to Aldridge.
Love the follow-up. It's as if Aldridge knows where the shot's coming from and gets himself in great position on the glass.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Pass to Carroll. Parker against Lowry. Back to Carroll. Dishes to Lowry. Out to the right wing. 5 on the clock. Out to Ibaka. In the corner, Powell with it. His three-pointers off the mark. Spurs trail by 3. Parker outside. And now it's Lowry running. Here we go. All the way if he can. And Ibaka slams it in.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
And Gasol slams it in.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
The scoring mindset has been unbelievably aggressive on both sides. Defensively, though, neither team has made the effort.
A different look now for San Antonio. Wayne Dedmon comes in for Pau Gasol. And it's Leonard in for Simmons. Raptors also changing it up. Valanciunas comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's DeRozan in for Norman Powell. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, well, Dwayne Casey just going over the game plan with his team down the stretch. He told his guys they've got the green light to keep shooting from downtown. He told them, I like the way you guys are working out there. Keep finding the open spaces on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots. We'll see if they step it up from here, guys.
Thanks so much, David. Here's Dedmon following the score by Serge Ibaka. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut back down to 3 on the basket from Dedmon.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
But we're talking about a player who's going to take advantage of everything that D gives him, especially at this critical stage of the game. Hit his teammate right in stride. That's a great assist.
For San Antonio, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Lowry against Parker. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
So good at picking his spots. He always knows exactly what the team needs from him offensively. That's why they hold the lead.
Parker passes to Aldridge. There's the lob to Aldridge. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
Yeah, pretty much unforced there on the bad pass. He has to just make better decisions on the delivery when he's getting it to his teammates.
Lowry dishes to Carroll. Slam home, and he draws the foul. Chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
A nice pass in close quarters. Sometimes those can be tricky.
And that one falls for Carroll. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. The feed now to Parker. To stop the run, Leonard kicks to Green. Spurs working the ball around now. The dish to Dedmon from downtown. And that one's good. Parker.
And as soon as Parker catches the ball, he immediately rises up and pulls the trigger. Love to see the confidence on display there.
Here's Ibaka. And he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in. Ibaka's got 6 in the quarter.
And really a good defensive effort there to protect the rim, but the positioning just too good. Got to deny him the ball before he gets to that spot.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Carroll passes to Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Basket's good. At times in his career, Ibaka has looked out of control when forced to finish through defenders. That time, keeps his poise and reaps the benefits. Yeah, it's been a few years now since Serge Ibaka added shooting from range to his game, but it's done wonders. I mean, we've seen his scoring jump ever since he started taking threes, worked to get his shot where he is a very deadly threat from deep and mid-range, so impressive to see that improvement. And clearly,
Yes, sir.
that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
That's the rub. They're leaving nothing to chance here, putting all their energy into this closeout.
Parker's shot is off. And Ibaka kicks to DeRozan. And finished off by DeRozan.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. They're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quiet.
And that's the thing. When you go on the road, two things can happen. Either the environment can affect you, or you can affect the environment. They chose the latter.
And here are the Raptors now, after the basket by San Antonio. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Shot clock at 6. Now, here's Lowry. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that